everyone, hi Nick. Back with a couple more Junky Junk journals to share. These will be listed in the shop for anyone who is interested. I'm going to film them in the same video, but they will be listed separately in the shop. So I guess we'll start with, excuse me, I guess we'll start with this one. This one is made from a recycled book cover. And I'm going to zoom in, I hope. Nope, wrong way. That way. Okay. Made out of a recycled book cover that I cut the spine out of and then did a lay flat spine. But then I took the spine from the book and backed it onto some cardstock, and then I glued the spine back onto the spine, or onto the spine that I made, so it's wider than the spine that was with the book. And it was made out of, it was made from a book called Classic Myths. Did a floofy bow with just some white seam binding. Covered the raw edge with some washi tape. There's charms. Oops. There's charms on the ends of the signature strings. On the cover is, never gonna stay in frame here. On the cover is some vintage lace that I got off of an old wedding dress. And then some Tim Holtz, a sentiment that's on chipboard, and the same thing with the two paper dolls. It was a set that I bought that was bought ages ago, that they're chipboard rather than just the heavier cardstock paper dolls. And then also a Tim Holtz floral element behind everything. Closure is binder clips and some black chain, and I put a little bell on there. And I just unclip, try to keep in frame, and we're just going to flip through quickly. 3 signatures. They're for the front pages, front and back pages of each signature is just a piece of coffee dyed paper. And then it's just bits and pieces of this and that. It's just junk mail and catalog pages, and this is a piece of needlepoint or cross stitch or needlepoint pattern, and some ledger paper, envelopes that were in some junk mail, dictionary that I've been ripping apart for years. This was off a ball of yarn that I made a blanket for my brother. This is a vintage receipt and some list paper. I think there's a recipe somewhere for that really yummy looking punch. That's a piece of a paper bag. This is a vintage canceled check. It's a page from the Janet Marsh book. That's the back sides of everything in the first signature. That's the flap from that envelope. Repair tag. Envelope from a Christmas card from friends of my husband's. You can tuck things in there if you wanted to. There's a piece of junk mail, some more junk mail, more dictionary. There's another canceled check and a receipt. Some book page, some more calendar pages, some padded mailer. There's the seam binding that goes through the center of the book. It's a children's game card. I think it maybe is Old Maids. I'm not familiar with that particular character. This is essentially unembellished. It's not meant to be fancy. I put some washi up here because this was sticky. So to make it not sticky. This is not meant to be embellished. It's meant to be plain, so it can be used as a glue book or an art book. Or it can be journaled in and decorated up and made into a real fancy journal. There's a piece of map. There's an envelope with a window in it. Another vintage receipt. More junk mail. Envelope from a Christmas card from my sister-in-law. Some dictionary. Coffee filter. This is a paper bag that I cut down so it would fit inside the cover. Some children's book and some tickets. I think there's 6 there. Come around the back side. It's a vintage letter. Okay, there's that one. Move that over to the side, and I'm going to drag this one in. Okay, this one is around 9 by 7, maybe a little bit more. I made it out of one of the Edith Holden books, the Nature Notes one. I had pretty much cut all the pages out of it, so that I could recycle it for a journal or art book or whatever. And it had a really narrow spine, so again I cut, but I wanted this because I really like how that looks. So I widened the spine to 1.5 inches, and then I just, as I did with the other one, I just put this on some cardstock and then glued it back on to the book. And since this is a relatively new book, it didn't make real raggedy edges, so I didn't put anything on there because I thought it looked okay. It's plain on the back. Buttons. I put old buttons on the ends of the seam, the signature strings. And seam binding closure with the big eyelets. And then these are Tim Holtz butterflies, and I put them up on pop dots, foam dots, pop dots, so they're dimensional, 3-dimensional, and the Nature Notes of an Edwardian Lady. Thought I looked good leaving that, so I just made the cover very simple. And I'll go in here if I can untie this darn thing. Here we go. Front and back of each signature, I used some of the pages that hadn't split apart into just one from the Nature Notes book. So, if I can stay in frame. This is all similar to the previous journal, just junk mail, things I've ripped out of books, things I've had kicking around. Authentic vintage little bits of ephemera that I've been hoarding for years. That's a canceled check. We got envelopes, old vintage receipts, junk mail. It's a Christmas card envelope from my other sister-in-law. More junk mail, paper bag, another receipt. There's the flap from the dust jacket from the book. Coffee dye paper, repair tag, and there's we got a tangle of buttons here. This was the front of the dust jacket, and I had to trim it. I wanted to leave it whole, or as whole as I could, but I had to trim it, or it wouldn't fit wasn't gonna fit in the book. So, unfortunately, I had to cut off some of the writing. But I do love this picture. And we have just bits and pieces of stuff. Something from St. Anselm. My son did his undergrad degree there. Envelope. first signature. Second signature, it's a bank envelope, a small one, and a little trivia card. I guess it's about General Hospital, the old soap operas, daytime dramas, whatever you want to call them. It's dictionary. There's another label from that blanket that I made for my brother. There's a thing from the post office when the postman had a half an inch of snow and the postman didn't want to walk up the driveway, because our driveway is like Mount Everest. Some coffee dyed lined paper. This is a glassine bag that I coffee dyed, but it's stuck together, so you can't really, it falls apart if you try to take it, open it. So, but I just like how it sounds, and you can write on it. And lots of catalog. There's a piece of sheet music. It's the other half of that bag. A post office thing. This is a vintage document. It looks like it's like a bank statement from the date is over here, 1941. And I just clipped. Stop that. Stay. Come on, paperclip. No, I'll get it after. And here's the third signature. More of the same. There's some more tickets. There's 6 again. Ledger. There's another, some sort of a receipt or canceled check or something. Avocado dyed doily. And this is the back of the dust jacket, and that is a photo of Edith Holden. Just more junk mail. That's the rest of the dust jacket. It says somewhere in here she drowned. I didn't realize that she drowned. It's in, I read it in, I think it might have been on this part of it. Janet Marsh book. I need to buy another one because I've pretty much cut all the pages out of that book. And almost to the end, there's another vintage letter. This one's even got the airmail sticker on it. And that is it. So these are going to go up in the shop today. If anyone is interested, they can hop on over there and check them out. I will post a link in the description box. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I will see you again later. Bye.